Order. Stand for the pledge of allegiance. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Madam Clerk, could you call the roll?
Trustee Brewer. Here. Trustee Carter. Here. Trustee Grant.
Here.
Trustee Tate. Trustee Todd. Here. Trustee Zupan. Here.
Number two, I will entertain a motion to approve and release the executive session minutes for January the 2nd, 2019. I'll entertain a motion.
Mr. Mayor, I would make that motion with the exception of the date should be January 8th, not January 2nd.
Is that a motion?
Yes.
Second. It was moved by trustee Zupan, second by trustee Grant. Any questions? Madam Clerk?
Trustee Brewer.
Yes.
Trustee Carter.
Yes.
Trustee Grant.
Yes.
Trustee Tate.
Yes.
Trustee Todd. Yes. Trustee Zupan.
Yes.
Motion is carried. I'll entertain a motion to approve and release the executive session meeting minutes for February the 5th, 2019.
Second.
It was moved by trustee Collins, second by trustee Todd. Any questions? Madam Clerk?
Trustee Carter.
Yes.
Trustee Grant.
Yes.
Trustee Tate. Trustee Todd.
Yes.
Trustee Zupan.
Yes.
Trustee Brewer.
Yes.
Motion is carried. I'll entertain a motion to approve and to keep closed the executive session minutes for the meeting for April 9th, 2019.
So moved.
Second. It was moved by trustee Zupan, second by trustee Carter. Any questions? Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Trustee Grant.
Yes.
Trustee Tate. Trustee Todd.
Yes.
Trustee Zupan.
Yes.
Trustee Brewer. Trustee Carter.
Yes. Motion is carried. Last, I will entertain a motion to approve the journal proceedings, the regular board meeting for February 26, 2019.
So moved.
Second.
It was moved by trustee Zupan, second by trustee Brewer. Any questions? Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Trustee Tate.
Yes.
Trustee Todd.
Yes.
Trustee Zupan.
Yes.
Trustee Brewer.
Yes.
Trustee Carter.
Yes.
Trustee Grant.
Yes.
Motion is carried. Okay, the mayor's report. To be brief, I just wanted to take this opportunity to thank those outgoing trustees for their service to the people of Sauk Village. Being a trustee takes time, commitment, and dedication. Trustee Ronald Carter, who served our nation in the United States Army. You served the communities in the Southland as a police officer and a police chief. And you have served your community by answering the call when I reached out to you to serve as trustee. You did an outstanding job, always challenging me and engaging in conversation with me anytime you were in Village Hall. A big thank you for your service. Trustee Beth Zupan. You served Sauk Village as a village clerk when Mayor Roger Peckham asked you to serve, and now you serve again when I asked you to fill in to my unexpired term. You are truly the definition of what a trustee. You have served your village once again and have done a lot of hard work helping to get our village moving forward. Once more, I will say thank you. Trustee Cecil Tate. You are my friend and someone I have come to admire. You served our nation as Lieutenant Colonel in the United States Army, serving in Vietnam and Iraq. You served our school district, returning home from war and stepped into a role as president during a controversy. Now you have served the village, the people of the village of Sauk Village well for the last 4 years. You continue to serve despite some health issues which left you sidelined for a little while and came back strong to overcome adversity. You completed your mission, sir, I salute you. While you and Trustee Carter have completed your mission, there's still much work ahead, and I ask both of you to serve on a new and ad hoc Veterans Affairs Committee. Thank you again to each and every one of those who have served our community, and thank you for the hard work and dedication. Thank you. That is my report, Village Clerk.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I would like to announce initially that this is National Police Week. Let us honor our men and women in law enforcement for their selfless acts as they serve and protect our community. Chief White, and staff, we applaud and thank you. Everyone, this is also Military Appreciation Month. There are so many activities that recognize veterans of all different branches of service, so now they decided just to make it the entire month. So we're celebrating all branches of military, veterans, past and current. To all of you that's within earshot, we salute you. For the record, the results of the consolidated elections of April 2nd, 2019 are as follows. Beth Zupan with the People United for Progress received 288 votes. Ronald Carter with the People United for Progress Party received 279 votes. Arnold Coleman with the People United for Progress Party received 282 votes. Linda Washington, an independent, received 231 votes. Sherry Jasinski, an independent, received 350 votes. Gary T. Bell, an independent, received 288 votes. And Deborah Williams, an independent, received 382 votes. We had one of the first ties in Illinois history in a very, very long time. And the Cook County Clerk's Office had to certify which of our tie voters, which was Gary T. Bell and Beth Zupan. She tossed a coin to decide that Gary Bell would be the trustee that was voted in on April 23rd. Congratulations to all of those who will be seated this evening, and farewell to those who will be leaving us at this juncture. But we, as the mayor said, we look forward to your continued support on behalf of the village of Sauk Village. Mr. Mayor, that completes my report.
Thank you. Village Engineer, Mr. Jim Zarni.
Thank you, Mayor. We are in the process of preparing the village's annual stormwater report as required by the IEPA. The report details the activities the village has completed regarding the 6 minimum control measures listed in the village's municipal separate storm sewer system permit. The report will be submitted to the IEPA before the June 1st due date. Also, I have prepared correspondence to the village recommending next year's activities that are required to maintain compliance with the village's stormwater permit. And that concludes my report. Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you. Treasurer's report, Mr. Anthony Finch.
Good evening, Mayor, Madam Clerk, trustees. For my treasury report, just want to give you a cash balance as of today. Currently, we have $2,365,000 in unrestricted cash. Also, as of today, we have $9,787 in outstanding checks. So, again, as you can see with the accounts payable list that I'm about to go over, there's $183,105.30 that I'm going to submit to you for approval for the accounts payable list. And that concludes my treasury report.
Thank you. Before going any further, I see that there are a few dignitaries here. I just wanted to recognize them. I'll start with highest to lowest. Ex-Mayor David Hayes, please stand. Ed Myers, please stand. Trustee, ex-trustee, I'm sorry, been a trustee for a long time. Jim Schultz. Please stand. Ex-trustee, Jeff Morton in the back, would you please stand? I miss any? Oh, okay, there's ex-trustee Rita Cuny, would you please stand? I took her place. That's good. I don't want to make those back. Okay, with that being said, I will go with the reports of departments. Again, interim director, finance and administration, Ms. Anthony Finch.
Thank you, Mayor. In front of you, the board is the accounts payable list for May 14, 2016. The accounts payable that I'm asking for approval this evening is $183,105.30. As for the particular invoices that relates to the particular accounts payable, are in my office for review. This is the same accounts payable list that was provided to you guys roughly a week ago. Other than that, that's all I have for accounts payable.
Thank you.
Got a question? Mr. Finch, did you give us a copy of the cash receipts that you spoke about on the,
No, I have copies of those right here, so I will be passing that out.
okay, and also will you be available to answer questions later on when we get ready to approve the accounts payable?
Yes, depending on how long it is.
How?
Depending on how long you will be here tonight.
It might be a while.
Well, you can email me.
No, I can't email you that, no, we need to talk about this.
Well, we're going to accounts payable.
Yeah, accounts payable.
Well, unfortunately, Trustee Brewer, I sent this out to you guys about a week ago, and my time is valuable as yours. So we can meet tomorrow, Thursday, sometime during the week.
Okay.
That's why I'm providing this to you guys a week in advance, so everybody has time to review it.
Oh, I reviewed it, that's why, I have some comments on it.
Okay.
I'd like you to hear, but.
We can discuss that later, but yes.
I'll wait till I'll wait.
Okay.
Any other questions? Fire department report, then Captain Dennis Setaway.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Fire department responded to 30 calls for service for the period April 17th through May 9th. There were no serious calls. Two of our firefighters, Ryan Price and Kylie Luther, will graduate from Fire Academy at Prairie State Thursday night, May 16th. Lieutenant Barrett will also graduate from Prairie State College on May 17th with a degree in fire sirens. The fire department would like to congratulate all the new trustees. We look forward to working with you all. That concludes my report.
Thank you. Police Department Chief Malcolm White.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. For the period between April 23rd and tonight, we responded to 647 calls for service. During that same time period, we made a total of 30 arrests. I want to reiterate my last report in reference to victim services. On April 16, 2019, the Sauk Village Police Department entered into a law enforcement victim outreach agreement with the Crisis Center for South Suburbia. The Crisis Center for South Suburbia is a non-for-profit community organization that provides emergency shelters and other essential services for individuals and families victimized by domestic violence. Additionally, the organization provides additional training and information for law enforcement personnel as well as the general public. Police staffing. 2 probationary police officers, Officers Hickman and Officer Sheridan, began their 728 hours of mandatory police training yesterday at the Chicago Police Academy. Also, I want to remind everyone that the third Thursday of every month, At 6 o'clock, we have our community policing meeting. Mr. Mayor, that is my report.
Thank you. Emergency Management Agency, Director Alan Vavrick.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor and Board. I just want to say thank you, Board, for working with us these past few years, and I'm looking forward to working with the new Board. As far as our calls, I'm not going to reiterate everything that the Fire Department said as far as call responses, but I just want to wish everybody a good luck and hope to see you guys around. That concludes my report.
Thank you. Public Works Director Kevin Weller.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I'll speed through this. First item is prelim pickup has started. Branches had to be out by May 12th to be picked up. Once staff has passed by, we will not return until the end of the season. Staff has also been out prepping landscape locations and started with our stump grinder. We've stumped about 25 trees. This will be ongoing. The concrete and asphalt work will be coming into play with all the landscaping as we start to do that. The lift truck for all overhead work, which is tree removals and street lighting, the lift truck is back. All has been repaired. Everything is certified. This time of the year, we are behind on a lot of our work. The season was a very mild season. So once the branch pickup is complete, we will concentrate our efforts on pothole, tree, and stump removals, landscaping, street lights, grass cutting, repairing streets more permanently, and storm sewer work, to name a few. Staff is also working with a small list from the water clerk. This list is of high bills or bills that we cannot shut off. We're working pretty closely with the water clerk, and any of the operations that we do are reported directly, and any new list that will be produced, we will gather up and we'll attack in the highest bills or the worst bills first. This is from my last report. We have a project located at 1731 222nd Place in Prairie. Our goal is to put in 4 fire hydrants, 3 valves, and up to 20 feet of water main. This will start in the next 2 weeks. We'll get back on track with that. I'll repeat again, staff has been out picking up garbage at several locations. As we cut these locations, which we have started, we are picking up the garbage. And we do ask the residents not to throw the debris in the street, and especially not to cut their grass into the street. This does cause storm sewer backups and unneeded overtime due to flooded streets. So thank you for helping keep Sauk roads clean. Hydrant flushing on the north side is completed. The hydrant located at 1829 Sauk Trail is broken. This is an ongoing problem with this style of hydrant. There is a part that is replaceable and is warranted. It's roughly about $360 for the part, but it costs another $1,100 to do the rest of the repair on the hydrant. That hydrant is called in and will be worked on in the next week. In amended budget items, so far we have purchased a few items. The most recent one is our gas island upgrade. That should be done in 15 days. And then we have 10 picnic tables that we have completed, and they'll show up in the back of the village hall. And that completes my report.
Thank you. Economic Development Director, Mr. Joseph Wiswater.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I want to say it's been a pleasure working with Trustee Carter, Zupon, and Tates. You've each offered your input on many matters, and that input has been appreciated. A special thank you to Trustee Tates for your input on the ILEC grant applications for mowing grass on the abandoned homes. I look forward to working with the incoming trustees as well. We've begun this year's mowing of abandoned properties. We started with 178 that we finished in 2018, and are likely to be adding additional homes as well. I'd also like to report that Mayor Burgess and I have been in early discussions with the developer who has selected Sauk Village and is in negotiations for land with the owner. They want to build a new 120,000 square foot facility. This development will bring with it a capital investment of $60 million, 150 construction jobs, 45 permanent full-time jobs, and associated economic development. Mayor Burgess and the owners will be making a formal announcement once they have finalized the land negotiations. Progress on the construction for the gas and wash continue. They're looking to an early June opening. Gas and Wash has filled many of the positions already. However, Dunkin' Donuts and Pop's Roast Beef are continuing to accept applications for employment. Applications can be made at Dunkin' Donuts here at Sauk Village and Pop's Roast Beef in Dyer, Indiana. Thank you, Mr. Mayor. That concludes my report.
Thank you.
Got a question. Mr. Woods-Whiting, you said there's going to be, you got the grant for the 178 for grass cutting for this year? for the 178 homes?
The grant application was the same grant that was submitted in 2017. This is the remaining balance of that grant.
How much is left in there?
I don't have the exact figures, but I can get that information for you and the board.
Well, we've been asking for a copy of the grant since forever, so can you tell us what anything that's in the grant?
I can get that information from the finance director tomorrow and have that for you.
A copy of the grant, and also can I have a copy of the 178 homes that you said is going to be cut for this year?
I don't know why that information can't be provided.
That's my question. I said, can I get a copy?
I don't know why that information can't be provided.
All right.
Report from trustees, standing committees, and comments. Public Service Committee, trustee Bernice Brewer.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Since I haven't been able to make contact with Mr. Finn, there are a couple of things that I want to bring to everybody's attention. Now, it's my understanding that additional hours were added to the HR consulting position. Now, these hours were to be paid by Sauk Village, but we never got a copy of what she's supposed to do, what is she, and we have never identified what particular items that she was going to do for all these extra hours. Now, we never got a copy of the qualification for her to be doing financial data or anything for us when she's an HR person. So we never got that qualification information from us. So what I would like to ask you is, I'd like a copy of the qualification for the HR person, and also I'd like to know where's the contract that gives her additional hours and where we're going to pay for it. So you may have given it to me, but I don't recall getting it. But I'd like to see a copy of all that. I really would like to know how is she qualified to do financial work when she's an HR person. And secondly, it's my understanding that Mr. Finch just gave us a treasury report, but he's also acting as a finance director. I don't think that's legal, and I'd like to know how soon can we get a finance director in here, because I don't think he should be doing both. It's just my opinion, since I can't get the answer to it. Economic development, Mr. Whitey, I've been asking for the copy of the list for the 178 homes that we're supposed to cover this year. I've been asking since, I want to say, when we first started, haven't been able to get that information from him. So I don't know why they're holding it out. And also, we put the RFP in for the new year, but we never got a copy of it. You said it's been extended, but we talked about it, but we never approved it. So I'd like to know how we're going to extend the RFP when we never approved it. Are you going to answer any of those? I got a lot.
Are you asking me questions or you give a report? It was a report.
Okay.
I mean, because I'm not answering the question. This is a report.
Well, I would like some of your feedback. That's fine. I go on. Okay. And also, Mr. Mayor, the last comment is that we get a couple of messages from Mr. Finch, and I'd like to say that as trustees, we're not accusing the front office of anything, that we're doing our jobs to get information about what's going on in the village and the residents and their payroll. So I'm just putting it out there that we're not trying to give you a hard time, we just need to know some answers, because we're not getting that information from us. So we apologize if we've been a little bit stern with you and stuff, but we're just trying to get some answers. Okay? That's it, my report.
Budget and Finance Committee, trustee Roger Grant.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I was scheduled to have a meeting tomorrow, but I did cancel that. I'm hoping to reschedule for next Wednesday, as Interim Finance Director and I are still going over the budget for next year. I'm hoping that we'll get that done by this week, and then we can have a meeting next week, and my committee can review it and we can bring it to the board within the next month or so. Also, last comment I want to say is I just want to say thank you and for serving Sauk Village to Trustee Zupan Trustee Tate and Trustee Carter down there. Appreciate all your help and support over the last 2 years. Look forward to seeing you in the audience, and I hope that you enjoy whatever your future endeavors brings you. Thank you. That concludes my report, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you. Housing and Government Relations Committee, Trustee Cecil Tate, I have his report here, and I will read it as follows. Mr. Mayor and residents, I want to say that it has been an honor and privilege to serve the residents of Sauk Village these last 4 years. The last 18 months have been challenging to me personally, and I appreciate the support of my true friends who have helped me. I have been honored to work with our mayor, helping and lending a hand when I could do so. It was a tough decision to stand down this last election, but we are all here for a moment. I stand ready to continue to serve my community in whatever capacity, and I can and I will continue to pray for Sauk Village and the progress that we have made. Respectfully, Cecil Tate, trustee. Okay. Orders Review Committee, Trustee Linda Todd.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. The ordinance review is not meeting in May. We will be meeting in June. I wanted to wait till our new board was seated. We have several ordinances to go over, and because we had nothing for this month, but there's going to be a few going into June. But I will announce it at our next meeting, Committee on the Whole. I also want to say I wish Trustee Zupan, Trustee Tate, and Trustee Carter well. It's been a pleasure working with you, and I hope to see you soon. And that ends my report.
Trustee Todd, I do have a ordinance that will be given to you very soon about the new standing committee.
And right, and that's what take care of, that's what I'm hoping that folks.
Public Safety Committee, Trustee Bev Zupan.
I'd like to start with just reiterating that the Chiefs, Chat with the Chiefs session, the third Thursday is this Thursday, the 16th, here in the Rotunda at 6 p.m. Just to reiterate that and to remind you, please, since I won't be here, you'll have to be here earlier this month to open the doors, please, until the new trustee takes over the committee, and then you and that person can sort things out going forward. Secondly, not related to the committee, but I just want to let everybody know that for the people who were donating the plastic bags, we did make our 500 pounds, so a bench has been ordered. That is a completely free bench that we received through the Trex recycling program. I don't have a date confirmed yet for when that will be received, but it has been ordered. Lastly, I want to congratulate the trustees-elect, soon to be sitting up here. Congratulations for those who won the election and for those who won the coin toss. Good luck, and I hope you all do well in your future endeavors up here. And then to the ones I've served with, thank you for working with me, and thank you, Mayor, for giving me the opportunity to serve as trustee. That concludes my report.
Thank you. Community Outreach, Trustee Ronald Carter.
Thank you. Excuse me. Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I would like to say congratulations to the new trustees. I would also say thank you to the residents of the village of Sauk Village for permitting me to be a part of this village. I would also like to thank you, Mr. Mayor, for giving me that opportunity to be a trustee. And I will tell you that you will see me in the future. Thank you.
Thank you. Reports of committee and commissions. Sauk Senior Advisory Committee Chairman Emmett Farmer is not here, so Mr. Arnold Coleman, the Vice President, will give the report.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. The report for this Tuesday, May 14th, Executive Board meeting from the Senior Advisory Council is as follows. Our next meeting for the Senior Advisory Council is this Thursday, June 13th, and all are welcome. Game night is every first and third Friday in the Senior Center. Please come out this Friday and invite your seniors for bid with and other games. Also, our first casino trip of the year has been rescheduled to June the 5th, 2019. Please contact Carol Coleman, Senior Advisory Council Treasurer, to make your deposit and get more information. Medicare Awareness Seminar is this Thursday, May the 21st, 2019, from 10 o'clock a.m. and 11 o'clock a.m. at the Senior Center. I could look at correction. The Senior Advisory Council was this past Thursday, May the 13th, or, no, the next one is Thursday, June the 13th. Not this Thursday, but the next, on June 13th. And that concludes my report.
Thank you. New business. I'll accept the motion to approve the accounts payable and disbursements dated May 14th, 2019 for the amount of $305,995.
So moved.
Second.
Moved by trustee Grant. Second by trustee Carter. Any questions?
Got a comment? Mr. Mayor, I'd like to make some comments on this accounts payable. The information provided to us, we have been asking continuously for itemized copies of the invoices for the HR consultant. To this day, we have not gotten any itemized copies. She provides us with an invoice and it says professional services, just not telling us what it's for. So to pay $6,885 for the service that she did, and we don't know what it's for, and the trustees have no idea what it's for, I think it's a little ridiculous. We are asking for an itemized breakdown of what we're paying for every month for HR services. In addition to that she submitted three invoices for $2,550 and for union negotiations. Can't get an itemized list of what she's doing for that kind of money. A total of $9,435 for 3 weeks of work is a little ridiculous to me. We need to go back and revisit what we're paying her for, because we have no idea. There's no trustee up here to tell you what we're paying for it. She says professional service. What does that mean? What is she doing for professional service? Second of all, I'd like to go to the lab group. The lab group was never appointed by the board. However, we have payments of $4,060. Okay, again, on here I've asked for itemized breakdown of what we're paying for. We can't get it. And as my understanding is that the lab group is doing everything else except for the adjudication. I don't understand why we are paying all this money. They were never approved. And it doesn't seem like we get an itemized breakdown of what we're supposed to be paying. We have no idea what's going on here. Second of all, Olson and Sturt. We have 4 invoices from them. They have not itemized their invoices. We have no idea what they're paying for. We got it right total now, but it looks like maybe $5,000. That's a lot of money for nobody to know what we're doing. Professional service, what are you doing for your professional service? Again, number 4, Kane McKinney. We paying them $3,475. Can't get we don't know what it's for. You know, we're asking for itemized breakdown of what we're paying all this money for. There's no sense in getting none of the trustees up here again know what these invoices are for. They submit them, they say professional service. We don't know what it's for. We don't know if they're duplicates or whatever. We need to know what's going on here. The next thing is number 5, Amalgamated Bank of Chicago. Now, we got 2, fees they call them for $3,000 each. And as I understand it, they came out of the general fund. I'd like to know why that's not coming out of the tip fund for Amalgamated Bank. Number 6 is the polygraph service. This was charged $175 to the general fund. I think they should go to the police department. Amen. We can't tell. For the police department also, we have 3 invoices for Illinois toll for $494. I'd like to know what's that about, because if we use a police car, we still have to pay the toll? That's a question I need to ask, you know. So the bottom line is that we're getting these invoices, we have no idea what they're for. We haven't asked them for, since they want to itemize the bill and let us know what we're paying for. Some of them seem to be duplicates to me, but there's no way for me to tell, because every invoice we get says professional service. Professional service, and you're doing what? That's a lot of money for us to be putting out there, and we have no idea what we're paying for. So, especially with Dr. Strutter, that means that we're paying her 3 weeks of service with almost $10,000. Come on now. You know, somebody needs to tell us something what's going on. So with that, that's the end of my comments on that.
Thanks. I want to comment as well. So, Trustee Brewer?
Yes.
So the invoices, Interim Finance Director Anthony Finch, he has a big accordion folder with all invoices in them, so they're available for you to see. I saw them, I sat down. We sit down weekly and we go through them. So you have the same opportunity. And I'm just going to try to remember if I can answer some of your questions that you had in the middle. So the polygraph service, that's something I saw as well. I believe that should be moved to the police department. I believe that's a polygraph test for one of the new officers, so that, we already talked about that, will be switched to PD and not come out of the elected officials. In regards to the tolls and fees, if I'm not mistaken, yes, the police department does pay tolls and fees. They should do, but I mean, they are paying those fees. And I believe we're working on getting them iPass so that when they go through the tollway, that they're working.
What's going on?
Okay, so the chief is saying that that's incorrect, and they probably incorrect, they're billing us incorrectly. That's what it's pretty much saying.
Well, I know it's incorrect, that's what I'm saying. You finish your comment?
Yeah, I think that's, and then the Dr. Strada thing, so that's for 3 weeks of service, because we didn't have a meeting on the 5th Tuesday of the month, so that's why all 3 weeks are in this pay period, and not split up like usual.
I understand that, but the question is that all her invoices say professional service. I'd like to know what professional service entails.
Right, so on the invoice there, she has a breakdown of what she does for that
No,
week.
she doesn't. The invoices I said don't have a breakdown on that. No, they don't.
Okay, I would suggest that you get with the finance director.
And regardless if it's broken down or not, we still need to revisit that. Almost $10,000 for 3 weeks of service is still a little ridiculous.
I just wanted to reiterate, Mr. Finch, when did you put the accounts payable out for the trustees to get it?
The week before, Friday before, we were home.
Okay.
Can't hear you.
So they have 10 days to review this?
So, yes. Let me kind of quickly respond to Trustee Brewer. Trustee Brewer, you made an assertion that you don't have time to review let me finish, please. But to say that you have not had time to see these invoices or have time to get with me is not true. When I got here, I changed that process so that you guys can get the invoices and accounts payable over a week in advance. Before I got here, that was the first thing I heard. You said the same thing you said tonight, that you don't have time to review invoices. Now, if I send something to you the Friday, 10 days before a council meeting, it's not on me to set a time for you to come review it. Now, with respect to Dr. Strutter, that's been going on since I've been here. That's not my decision to determine what she get paid and what she not get paid. As I said before, people get paid what they feel they worth. So if you question that, that has nothing to do with me and accounts payable. So the invoices are available. The residents knew about it, you guys know about it, but what I'm not gonna do, as you said earlier, is, like I mentioned 2 weeks ago, is keep getting my department attacked and something we are not doing. We are providing those invoices for the last month. And as I said last council meeting, nobody came to see those invoices. When we get up here in these meetings and we say to these residents that you are not looking at invoices. You are not looking at invoices because you choose not to look at invoices. If there's something wrong with my accounts payable, tell me a week before Tuesday. Now, you asked something about, and I don't know who you talk to. I don't know if you talk to Ernst and Stearns or Ansel and Blink or whatever, but to now, they are, well, I'll let you know about that later. But to insinuate that me being an interim finance director and a treasurer is now potentially illegal, all this stuff is coming about. Why? If I'm not doing my job, as I said before, challenge me on that. But don't challenge me on something that is not factually based. Because I can tell you for sure, until somebody tell me what I'm doing is wrong, they are wrong. I have no problem answering any questions. I have no problem justifying what's on this piece of paper. Now, with respect to the front office, you emailed me the other day about a lady that you dealt with. We are constantly having the same problem at the front desk. It's amazing how residents can call everybody but myself, Cynthia Hardy, or Dr. Strada. And yes, Dr. Strada is helping us with the front desk and getting things in place. But when they call you guys, we give answers that we're doing something wrong. The young lady that you spoke to today, that made that scene, that TK reached me or whatever, she forgot to tell you her bill was 2 months behind due. That's why her bill is double. So yes, am I getting irritated that people are stretching the truth? You're damn right I am. So if you're gonna say something, please state the facts, because I don't run from nobody. So Trustee Brewer, please don't sit up there and say you have not had time to review invoices when I've given you guys this weeks after weeks ahead of time. So to get here and question this stuff is unbelievable. As far as the amalgamated, I sent you guys an email before we even paid the freaking bill. Now it's a surprise? Come on. So I feel sorry for the residents of Sauk Village because this is horseplay. This is not serious business. I run a business. And when I take my job, I take it very seriously. So when you challenge me, please do it with professionalism. Don't do it for spite. Don't do it because you hate Murray Burgess. Don't do it because you hate the previous trustees. Do it because you are doing your job, you're sincerely doing your job. But do not come after me. Because if you come, you better be correct, because I'm coming back to it. That's all I have to say.
Mr. Mayor, Mr. Finch, I have not at any time accused you of anything. I asked the question. Hold on a minute. This is my time. Now, I was in the office Wednesday, every week we had to come there Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. I came in there, you were not there. And I didn't say you specifically, I come to look at those invoices. You were not available. I didn't say anything about it because I knew I was going to come here today and ask you about it. I'm here to do my work. Anytime the president want to ask a question, I'm here to address.
Mr. Mayor.
Okay.
Wait, he got the grant.
Excuse me, Mr. Mayor, I have the
He
floor.
got to say what he wanted. Why can't you say what
Excuse
you want?
me, Mr. Mayor, I have the floor. Please don't interrupt me.
I'd like to call the point of order.
Mr. Mayor, you're out of order.
Can I call the
It's
question?
my turn to look at the floor.
I'd like to call the question.
Excuse me, Mr. Mayor.
Excuse me. Excuse me. I didn't know it was going to turn into a debate. And this is not what we're here for. We have a motion on the floor.
Excuse me, Mr. Mayor, I have not given up the floor, and you cannot interrupt me. Mr. Mayor, I have the
You
floor.
allowed him to say everything he wanted to say.
Okay, excuse me, Mr. Mayor.
No. We are calling roll right now. Trustee Todd, that's it. Trustee Todd.
Okay.
No. Trustee Zupan.
Yes.
Trustee Brewer.
No.
Trustee Carter.
Yes.
Trustee Grant.
Yes.
Trustee Tate.
Motion is
Motion
carried.
carried.
I'll accept the motion.
Exactly. He got to say all she wanted to her. And she's his boss. FYI.
I'll accept the motion to approve the ordinance to approve the 2019-2020 compensation plan for the village employees. I accept the motion.
So,
It was moved by trustee Grant, seconded by trustee Carter. Any questions?
yes, Mr. Mayor, I have a question. So, looking at the Exhibit A, which is the sheet with the salaries on it, I noticed that the administrative assistant to the mayor, I believe that that number is incorrect. And now I know that this is like, you know, a baseline for what we should be using, so it shouldn't go above that number. But I believe her salary is incorrect, so it should be, I think, $9,600 or whatever the case may be, but it's not that number. So if you can make that correction.
Thank you. Any other questions? Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Trustee Zupan?
Yes.
Trustee Brewer?
No.
Trustee Carter?
Yes.
Trustee Grant?
Yes.
Trustee Tate? Trustee Todd?
Yes.
He knows how to say yes.
Motion carried. I'll accept the motion to recess at this point, where we will have the swearing in of the new officers. Motion.
We should have did all those past things before, after that.
Okay, motion to sign and die. Who made the motion? Who seconded it? It was moved by trustee Zupan, seconded by trustee Carter.
Yes.
Yes.
Motion carried.
We gotta go to Sauk. You're still doing
Are you going to do them separate or whatever? Okay. The first one would be Debbie Williams. Oh, I'm sorry. You have them right there. Whatever order you have, sir. Okay, there you go. That's good. Here, Bill, you come up. Yes, look, just a second, can we, so you can hear the, wait a minute, let me get you a microphone. Could somebody give me a microphone?
Can you repeat after me? I, Gary T. Bell, solemnly swear
solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States, the Constitution of the State of Illinois, and the ordinances of the village of Sauk, and that I will faithfully discharge the duties of the office of trustee of the village of Sauk Village to the best of my ability.
Repeat after me. I, Sherry Jasinski. I, Sherry Jasinski. Do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States, the Constitution of the State of Illinois, the ordinances of the village of Sauk Village. I will faithfully discharge the duties of the office of trustee of the Village of Sauk Village to the best of my abilities. Repeat after me. I, Deborah Debbie Williams,
Deborah Debbie Williams, do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States, the Constitution of the State of Illinois, and the ordinances of the Village of Sauk Village, and that I will faithfully discharge the duties of the office of trustee of the Village of Sauk Village to the best of my ability.
He ain't that big. Yeah.
Item F. And Madam Clerk, would you please call the order of the new board? Call the roll call.
My pleasure. Trustee Bell. Trustee Brewer. Here. Trustee Grant.
here. Here. Here.
Here.
All right, from the, I wanted to give the trustees a chance to make comments. I'm gonna start to my left. Trustee Williams, have any comments for the audience?
Thank you, Mayor. First, I would like to thank everyone who took the time to vote in the April 2nd, 2019 consolidated election. Regardless of who you voted for, we are grateful that you exercised your right to vote. Many residents did not follow your example. Also, thank you to the residents that sent the clear message that Sauk Village residents do matter and that they believe they voted for the individuals that will have their best interest at heart. To place things in perspective, there are risks and costs to a program of action, but they are far less than the far range of risks and costs of comfortable inaction. Quote from John Fitzgerald Kennedy. Our lives begin to end the day we become silent about things that matter. Not everyone can be famous, but everyone can be great, because greatness is determined by service. You only need a heart full of grace and a soul generated by love. Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Be he that knew not and did commit things worthy of stripes shall be beaten with few stripes. For unto whomsoever much is given, of him shall much be required. And to whom men have committed much, of him they will ask more. Luke 12:48, King James Version. Simply put, we have a lot of work to do. Much is expected, but patience is a virtue. Obstacles are all in front of us, but we need to move forward. We need to work as a community to rebuild our community. We need to regain the respect and the trust of our residents and break down the obstacles bit by bit. Everyone in this room has the ability to affect change. Everyone in this room can make a difference. I am looking for people who want to work alongside me
and other members of the board to make Sauk Village a place people will want to live, work, and play. I thank my family and my friends for all their continued support throughout the years. It has been my privilege to serve in Sauk Village. I am proud to say I live in Sauk Village. I am proud to say I'm once again representing the residents of Sauk Village. I am comfortable in this seat. I am ready to go to work. I am home, and there's no place like home.
Trustee Gary Bell.
Thank you, Mayor. Well, I'm a little nervous up here right now. We will crawl before we walk, and we will walk before we run. We're going to take it one step at a time. You might not go fast enough for most of you, but it's a process. You got to start slow and build up. You know, I've lived here for over 50 years. I remember the old days. Now we're going to make new days. One day at a time, 1 week at a time, 1 month at a time. Together we will make one village for all of you. It's not just about us, it's about you guys. I look forward to serving you in any way I can. My numbers, my phone's open, anytime you need to come. Phone numbers all over the place. And I will thank you, and I look forward to serving each and every one of you. Thank
you.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I would like to take this opportunity to thank my family and friends for standing behind me when I decided to run for trustee. I especially want to thank the residents that came out and voted and supported me. I appreciate your confidence in me to do what's in the best interest of our residents and the community. During the next 4 years as a board member, I will focus on campaign priorities and move Sauk Village back to pride and progress. Thank you again for having faith in me. I will not let you down, and will do the best to represent the residents of Sauk Village. Thank you. And I'm back.
I just wanted to say congratulations to the new trustees. And today is the day that you're getting the congratulations, you're getting the applause. When you start doing the work, you may get some of the other things that may come along with the job. So just that you know that that does happen. Anyone that's ever served in this position as an elected official it's a rewarding job, but there are bumps along the way, and we together, I hope that we can overcome them, hope that we can move this village forward. That's what you were elected for, so we can move this village forward and make it make it to where people want to come and live and do business here in Sauk Village, and that's what it's for. That being said, I know that there's going to be it's going to be a celebration. I'm sorry, I came from something else. It's going to be a celebration afterwards. Anyone that I'm sure is invited, I'm not sure everyone is invited? Okay. Everyone is invited to be in the senior center. And at this time, I will accept public comments from the audience. Please state your name when you come up and have something to say.
Judy Gasker. I would like to congratulate the newcomers and tell them how thankful I am that they're finally here. And I'm looking forward to moving forward with all of you. I did want to bring up one thing, Mr. Mayor, and that is I felt there was a mistake on the agenda, the first part of it. Generally, at these type of meetings, the first thing on the agenda after roll call and the Pledge of Allegiance is comments from the public. That was not done, therefore we were unable to ask any questions or give any comments about the new business that was brought forward. And I feel that that was a mistake, and that we should always have the opportunity to ask questions that might change a trustee's mind about saying yes to something that they're not sure about. And those questions have been asked a lot, and yet it didn't work this time either. Thank you.
Kathy Betcher. I have one quick question and a concern. Yes, Mr. Can you clarify for me, please, the water bills? It's on social media that your water bills are going to be every month. I know that the way that they're coming is changing from a card to an envelope. But from what I thought I understood was they were going to stay the same. It would still be every other month that water bill would be due. That's all I need clarification for, because social media has got it all different. Just would like clarification on it. That being said, I would like to thank the outgoing trustees for their service, and I'm really happy to see our new trustees seated up there. Congratulations. You deserve it.
Just a couple of things. Number one, congratulations, Mom. 6 years ago tonight, I was sworn in for the last time as trustee. I officially passed on the torch. You're welcome, or I'm sorry. I hope you guys, I know you guys will do fabulous things. I can't wait to see. And then officially why I'm up here is I tried to contact you last week, Mr. Finch, and you were out. So I just want to make sure that we can meet some time about the water bill. I don't get an answer from you tonight, or if we can maybe talk afterwards. Thanks. Good luck, guys.
Hey, good evening, David. Just want to congratulate you on the board.
Use the mic, please.
It's like deja vu. I just want to congratulate the new board, all the work, all the hard work that going through a campaign and exactly what we had to go through. I just want to say, what I always say, tonight you're sworn in, tomorrow you'll be sworn at. So, and lastly, just remember, especially the new board working with Mayor Burgess, it's always okay to disagree, but don't be disagreeable. Remember, you're representing all residents. Take the votes and let it go as it stands. You don't need to be disagreeable on everything that comes before you. So, congratulations, and wish you all the best, and Burgess, wish you all the best also.
Bernadine Hopkins. Well, first, I do want to say congratulations to you all. However, I have a question about the new business where you voted on accounts payable. Trustee Brewer brought up two discrepancies. And so, excuse me, I'm wondering if you could explain how you all could still go and vote on that. Excuse me. Anyway, that was that one. And the other thing too, I would like to know the breakdown for the term professional services, seeing as it's being used quite a bit. I just was wondering if there's one pet description or something, or is there a breakdown for that? Because I'd like to know what Ms. Sutton is doing to make $9,000 or so, excuse me, in 3 weeks. That's good. So thank you.
I would like to say one thing to you. Congratulations to the new trustees. I want to say that I seen something today that I really didn't like. And the thing is, I voted for Bernie, and I voted for,
Mr. Harper, we can't hear you.
But I want you to understand one thing is, unity is important. The village will be just like America. The country is falling apart because the Democrats can't forgive the Republicans, and the Republicans cannot forgive the Democrats. Let us look at it this way. God needs to have the time to be hard about something and have the time to understand something. Now the people that raised all that saying about what this guy said, he was defending himself. But there's another thing about it. You can't just run things. It's time to stop working for power and come together and get things done for the village.
Good evening, Mayor, trustees. My name is Robert Farrell. And I've been wanting to come to this meeting, but I'm a teenager and I'm working. Got a job. I'd like to congratulate the mayor, past trustees. I remember some years back that Mayor Burgess said that he was trying to get industry in here. Your dream is partially come true, Mayor. I'm looking at that plaza that's going to be built over there. Do you have any idea what that's going to do for us? People's going to get jobs, these teenagers. Maybe they'll stop walking in the street, keeping you from going by with your cars. Maybe I can get a job over there. Who knows? But a dream is partially coming true, Mayor. And that's what I want to congratulate you, the past trustees, and the trustees that we got up there now. I can see it. We're going to bring, maybe some of these houses are going to be occupied. Maybe we're going to stop all these abandoned houses, all these breaking in. It's going to increase our police department, unfortunately, but it has to be done. It's going to bring people here. You won't have to go out in Orland. You won't have to go out in Payless Park, go shopping. Teenagers, senior citizens, I love you. I'm one of them. But it's going to help us progress. Thank God, Mayor. Thank God.
First of all, I'd like to congratulate the trustees. I'd like to congratulate the new trustees. And in my terms, I like to think of it like this. Please don't have no big eyes and little U's. You all are the same. We put you there to do a job. I know you can do it, but please remember this. The only way you can get to do anything is by thinking and working together. There's an old cliche. You used to say, when you come to a fork in the road, take it. Take it. Remember what that fork means. That means you all go down the same road when you get through it. I'd like to say again, congratulations to all of you up there. And please, please just remember that you do need each other to get the job done. Thank you.
Mary Escuela, I'm here to talk about social media again, because it seems like you piss some more people off. And your people out there writing about social media and talking about the residents. Again, the same residents that put you in. So I guess you want them to put you out, because there is an ordinance, and that should not be. But yet somebody put on social media that you should resign, and they got fired. Well, you can't fire me because I quit 2 years ago, so I'm going to tell you, resign. And I'll be back to talk about social media because, again, there is an ordinance, and you need to be doing something about it, and you're not. Because all you say is that you can't control them. What kind of words are those for a leader? That just shows that you are not a leader. You don't know what you're doing there. You need to resign.
and again, are you through? Thank you. Again, I will not respond to Derek. He can either be Mr. Burgess or Mayor. Derek is a talent that I would not respond to at an open board meeting. That being said, as far as the question about the water bill every month, that'll have to be voted on by the board. It was a concept that was brought up to change it into from every other month to every month. That'll be something that's going to be brought before the board. It was talked about. As far as talking to our treasurer, he's here on Thursdays and Fridays. So if you can make an appointment to come see him on Thursdays and Fridays, I'm sure you'll have time to talk to you. And again, I appreciate the comments. Some of them are comments, some are questions. And no one said that this was going to be an easy task that we're undertaking here, but it's going to be a positive task. And I'm looking for positivity. If I can hopefully, because only one person really mentioned what the positiveness that we're trying to achieve here in the village, and that's to bring in more economic development as much as we can to take the burden of the taxes off the residents. That's what I'm sure that all these trustees are here for, to do that, and that's what they're pledged to do, is to help the residents. So as we go forward, we're going to have some more challenges, we're going to have some more things that we're going to be brought before the board, and I hope that we can, as was stated here, agree to disagree, but not just be disagreeable. With that being said, I'll accept the motion from the trustees for adjournment.
No, we're not. We got remarks.
Yeah, you want to? Okay, trustee Todd.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. First of all, I'd like to congratulate our new trustees. I look forward to working with you. It's going to be a long 2 years, or at least for me. But we can do it. At this time, Mr. Mayor, I want to make a motion to reconsider the ordinance adopting the village's 2019-2020 compensation plan.
I second.
You said you're making a motion to do what now?
To reconsider.
What do you mean?
Reconsider the ordinance adopting the village's 2019-2020 compensation plan.
Okay, you're saying to reconsider in what way, trustee? That's what I'm asking.
To reconsider. It needs to be looked at. In other words, you've passed it, but we need to reconsider the ordinance.
That's what I'm asking. That's what I'm saying. What are you asking for? Specifically, you said reconsider.
Point of order, Mr. Mayor. A proper motion and second were made. Can we please have a roll call on the reconsideration?
I'm trying to find out, first of all, before we go any further, I'm trying to ask what that means. What are you trying to do? What does it mean? Are you asking to have the motion that was made redone, or are you asking, that's what I'm asking?
To reconsider it. This ordinance needs to be looked at.
Okay, I understand what you're saying. So you
I want to reconsider it.
I'm just.
We can do that.
We pass a motion at the meeting that it's done at or at the next meeting.
Okay. All right.
But the first vote has to be on whether to reconsider it. If it is voted yes to reconsider it, then another motion has to be made to pass it, not pass it, or something else. The motion to reconsider it, yes, brings it back to the table.
Okay. All right, it was moved by trustee Williams. I'm sorry, it was moved by trustee Todd, I think, and second by trustee Williams.
I second.
Oh, okay. Okay, second by trustee, I'm sorry, it was moved by trustee Todd, second by trustee Giselle. Any other questions?
Mr. Mayor, this particular ordinance that you submitted, we need additional information from the compensation plan as they voted on earlier. It's not a plan to me, it looks like a salary schedule. We need additional information for you to have a proper discussion about the item. So that's in my comment.
Any other questions? Madam Clerk?
Trustee Brewer.
Yes.
Trustee Grant.
No.
Trustee Jazinski.
Yes.
Trustee Todd.
Yes.
Trustee Williams.
Yes.
Trustee Bell.
Yes.
All right, motion is carried. Okay.
So I think the attorney said we need to have a motion to do something with it, whether we talk about it now or next meeting. We have to do something about it right now.
Well, we have to do something right now?
You can pass it, you cannot pass it.
Okay.
Postpone it.
Okay.
You have to stick it back on the agenda.
I'd like to make a motion to table until the next committee meeting, right? When is the next committee meeting?
You want to put it on the next agenda?
Okay,
For the
yes.
next committee meeting? Don't think you need a motion for that.
It's on the
Okay.
agenda, so I need a motion to postpone it to whatever date.
Okay, and you make a motion to, are you making a motion to
Yes, what's the next date?
21st.
7 days?
Is it 21st?
No, she's supposed to bring it up. She's not asking for a vote. She's asking to put it on the agenda for discussion.
I second the motion.
Moved by trustee Brewer, second by trustee Todd to bring the ordinance back to committee meeting on May 21st for discussion. Any questions? Madam Clerk?
Trustee Grant.
Yes.
Trustee Jazinski.
Yes.
Trustee Todd.
Yes.
Trustee Williams.
Yes.
Trustee Bell.
Yes.
Trustee Brewer.
Yes.
Motion is carried. That'll be on the next agenda, committee of the whole, a discussion of the compensation plan.
No, we got it.
I'll entertain a motion.
I think trustee.
Oh,
Trustee Brewer.
oh, you have remarks. Okay, trustee Brewer.
My remarks is, welcome you guys, I appreciate it. What I would like to explain to you guys that, we're here to watch the money. That's what trustees have voted us in for. We need to know when the money's going in, when the money's going out. We need to know if there's any discrepancies in the money. As you know, since we've been here since 2017, there's a whole bunch of stuff been going on with the finance, and none of the trustees before us can tell us what's going on. We have lost a lot of money. We don't know where a lot of money is. That's one reason why we asked for a forensic audit to be coming up next. First of all, for the trustees that's here, I hope you guys look at the information, make an informed decision. Don't just follow the protocol. If you guys don't have supporting documents, don't vote yes. You know, we need to know where that money is. We don't need to know where $250,000 we need to ask for every week and nobody can tell us what's going on. We don't need to have invoices submitted to us in the amount of $9,000 and nobody can tell us what it's for. Professional service means what? To me, you need to know what your money is for, what you're paying for. I don't care. I've been here since 2017. Every time I come up to the board, I ask, what are we paying this for? Now, I understand that Mr. Finch, and I thought we have a good working report, but I'm going to ask those hard questions because we are using your tax dollars. You got to know what's going on here. And for us, for department heads to get upset because we ask a question is a little ridiculous. That's what we were voted in for, to find out where your money is, to let us know what's in the best interest of your paying your tax dollars. And with that, I'm finished. We need to start looking at what's going on with our finances, because there's no way in the world we should be $2 million in a hole, and nobody can tell us what's going on.
Oh, Trustee Reed, oh, okay, I'm sorry. Trustee Gray.
Just want to say congratulations to Trustee Williams, Trustee Bill, Trustee Krasinski. I look forward to working with you the next 2 years. Hope to learn something from each one of you. I think that you learn something from somebody at all points of walks in life. So look forward to the next 2 years and hope we get things done.
At this time, I can ask for a motion to adjourn.
So right.
Moved by Trustee Todd, second by Trustee Williams. Madam Clerk, would you please call the roll? Okay, I'm sorry. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carried. Thank you.